Dear Santa is a really enjoyable film. I'd say I preferred the first half to the second half. It's not that I don't like the direction in which it went, I just think the first half was a little bit more interesting. But nevertheless, really thoroughly enjoyed it. This was released in 2024. It's directed by Bobby Farrelly, and it's written by Ricky Blitt and Peter Farrelly, and we have a cast including Robert Timothy Smith as Liam and Jack Black as Satan. And I have to say, before I go in with the narrative, I think Robert Timothy Smith is fabulous. I think he did a really wonderful job. His performance was brilliant. Liam as a character is really likeable. And Liam has dyslexia, and he writes a letter to Santa, but he accidentally, because of his dyslexia, addresses it to Satan. And honestly, I feel like the film should have been titled Dear Satan. It's not a complaint, just an observation. When I realised that that's what it was about, I feel like titling it Dear Satan would have been a little bit more attention-grabbing and unique. But nevertheless, the letter goes to Satan. But what I like about this is that Satan doesn't initially realise it was meant for Santa. He actually thinks that somebody wrote a letter to him, which I thought was a really interesting concept. And of course, Jack Black plays Satan, and Satan, having received this letter, visits Liam, and Liam believes that he is Santa, because why would he not? The Satan kind of looks like Santa. He's wearing red, he's got a beard. Understandably, since Liam wrote the letter to Santa, he believes that it's Santa. And Satan is going to grant him wishes and help him with various things in his life, but obviously at a price, because it's Satan. And I will say no more than that. The first half of the film is probably the most fun. Some of it's a little silly humour and very creative. The second half gets a little bit more serious. Not so serious that it feels like a sudden tone shift or anything, but definitely it seems like it's a more meaningful story. And honestly, while I do love well-written, well-constructed narratives, I did prefer the first half. I just thought it was a lot more engaging, but I did like the film all of the way through. Visually, it is absolutely stunning. We have a lot of bright lights, rooms that are very well lit. We have a lot of different sets and locations, and we have a good mix of outdoor and indoor scenes, and there's always something to look at. We meet a lot of other characters along the way, and I think it's a very well-written narrative with a lot to offer. I love Liam and Satan as protagonists. I thought they were really, really brilliant. The performances there were great as well. I love the design of Satan. I love the costume design. Really fantastic. Honestly, there is nothing about this I didn't like. Yes, the second half maybe felt a little bit weaker than the first half, but I thought it worked very well still. The concept is great. The execution is brilliant. Definitely festive in some ways, dark and menacing in others. And I thought it was really well done. I was looking forward to it. It sounded interesting, and I'm pleased to say that it was definitely worth watching. Dear Santa is an enjoyable film, and definitely one that I'm happy to recommend.